Well, hi guys, all back, one piece, tired, exhausted, but I have to say it was really good, even though I threw my toys out of the cot twice. So I'll give you a little bit of an update on how it all went. So me and Annika, who was the girl I was doing the race with, brilliant girl, and Annika is a climber. She's originally from Germany. She's been in New Zealand for a few years, so I roped her in a few weeks ago, the last minute. So we had to get down to the race start yesterday morning for 7:15 because we had to build a raft. Thank goodness for Annika is all I could say, because she knows how to do knots with rope work. I haven't got a clue. So we constructed our raft anyhow, and we had to take it across the Whangamata Harbour and back. So the start time for us was 8:15, but at that point the tide was going out, so the current running through the harbour was really quite strong. And anybody that's made rafts before with rubber rings and a bit of well, we were using tea tree, or often people at home use bamboo. It was a bit of a mission, with some photos coming of it. So we got over we had to get to orienteering points at the other side. Got those. On our way back, current had picked up again. He thought, we are not going anywhere very fast. We were nearly one of the last ones out of the water, to be honest, but what we decided to do after trying to go one way across the current, because I'm used to sort of angling it from diving at a current and going sideways with it, but that wasn't really working, so we just aimed the raft for the wharf, got to the wharf, got out onto the mountain bikes, and we had to do 8k then to the next transition point. That was really a walk in the park, to be honest. And then from there we had to trek up through the bush to the top of a hill where there was a waterfall. And what we decided to do was we would walk hard uphill, and on the downhill and the flats we would run it. So we got to the top, and that was where we got to the abseil, but you had an option of doing the abseil or taking the penalty point and not doing it. Now give me an option of not having to abseil or climb. I'm opting for I'm not doing it, thanks very much. Annika is a climber and an abseiler, down she went. So that was the option we took there to save time as well, of me having a complete little fitty going down. So lesson from that one is next time we go to do an adventure race, lessons with Annika doing some abseiling at the rock wall here in town. So lesson 1. So off we went from there. We ran from that point to, we got to the first checkpoint, and then from there we had to go up through the bush line. So we scrambled up there, got to the top, got the next clue checkpoint with fortune cookies, and this is where we came a bit of a cropper as well, because where we were at, like me and Annika, not just navigating, I haven't navigated for crying out loud since I did my Duke of Edinburgh, need I say, that was over 20 years ago. So we had to look in between these 2 points, and we had to go north-northwest, but somehow, don't ask me, we were following other people as well. We ended up completely in the wrong direction, and we were right down at the bottom of the hill after doing such a good climb, and we bumped into the race organisers, and they said, you're way off course, you need to go right back up the hill again. We were like, oh my goodness, couldn't believe it. So we had to trek right back up against that. Added us about an hour and a half on our time, and that was actually okay. We just powered it back up the hill, it was alright. And when we got up to the top, the next checkpoint was sending us back down through the bushline, but this time no pathway, it was bush bashing. Now, bush bashing is another thing that freaks me out, because all you hear in New Zealand is, do not leave the paths, you can get lost going through the bush. So here was a group of us, again, bush bashing away down. We got to the bottom and found a river and then a swamp, but we all began to go, nah, lost. Toys out of the cut again. I said, no, I'm not going any further until I know where we're at. We need to actually find out where we are. So we decided to phone the support crew, and just to get reassurance that we weren't completely off course someplace far, far away in the land of goodness knows where. Turned out we're actually only 15 minutes away from the transition point, just behind them. So that was alright. Felt reassured. Back on, we took the compass point and away we went again. It's all about, I think, realising it's actually listen to the compass. The compass won't, you know, take you far wrong. So if anybody knows of an orientation or an orienteering course or navigational course to go on, I can recommend one. Let us know. So anyhow, got to the next transition point, and it was back on the mountain bike, and then we had to go and do a rifle shoot. I've never shot a rifle before, neither had Annika. Well, I got 5 out of 5. 5 targets, all hits spot on. Annika got 4. I did tell the Kiwis, you know, I was Irish, and of course Annika is German, and given the history, I think, you know, we thought the Irish and the Germans are just, you know, have an inherent ability to be able to shoot guns. But all joking aside, we did have a bit of a laugh about that one, and off we had to trek again on the bikes, and we had to go back to base camp. So got to base camp, checked in there, and this stage, the time we checked in there was about 3:15, and then it was on to the mountain biking stage of it. Now we had 2 hours to go and find where we were supposed to be in the mountain bikes and get as many orienteering points as we could, checkpoints again, and come back. So again, this is where our navigation completely stuffed us up. We hadn't got a clue where we were going. We sort of knew we were going in one direction, but trying to find the entrance into the mountain bike park. So I eventually came across after about, I suppose, 40 minutes since when we left the base camp. Got in, and the route from the map was actually quite long, and I knew, look, if we go the whole way into this thing, it's going to take us longer than 2 hours to get back. And well, at that point we hadn't got 2 hours. I mean, we had probably an hour and 20. Given the fact that we were just, well, I was just about spent as well, and you got penalised by 2 minutes for every minute you were late over the 2 hours. So we were in, and it was climbing for quite a bit, for about a half hour, 40 minutes. We got a couple of checkpoints, and then I said to Annika, look, you know, no more if we keep going in, it's going to take us longer than 2 hours. So I opted, let's go back and try and get another checkpoint along the road that we'd missed. She agreed graciously, and away we went, and we got back in just, you know, before our 2 hours were up. We did get a couple of points, checkpoints. We didn't get a lot, but we ended up winning the women's pairs for our first time ever doing it. So I have never won a sporting event in my life, or any section of a sporting event that we won our category. It was like, oh my god, absolutely brilliant. Well chuffed. Considering I had spat that on me twice. So it was all good, and actually, will I do it again? I'd actually like to. I mean, I think that was a nice boost to our confidence, actually, that we had one in our category, given the fact that, you know, we just went in, stuff it, we're just in there to do it, and we hadn't done any navigating at all. Annika gave brilliant rope skills, and she was definitely a good partner to have, and would love to, and she's keen to do another one. So hopefully Annika will stay in New Zealand, and we'll be up for maybe opting to do the 12-hour next year, maybe. But definitely keen to do a little bit of ropes work and do some navigation and work on that for next year. So it was a good starting point, and yeah, it was fun. And I have to say, look, to everyone who has supported us, your words of encouragement, those who have gone on to fundraise online, as sponsored both Annika and myself, because at the end of the day, the whole reason we've done it is that Kenzie's Gift can actually continue to provide services for families and to get some funds in. So, you know, that's been really, really good, and thanks to all of you that have done that, and that's been fantastic. So that's one down. I said I've got the triathlon now next week. next Sunday, so I'll not be winning that. Into that one, and then we've got the quadrathlon that we're going to plan that we're doing with Sean Quincy and his partner, and Ian Turley and myself will be doing that one in May. So still a bit more training to do, so we'll definitely keep you posted. There'll be more video blogs coming, and I do really enjoy reading your words of encouragement and support, everyone, so please keep sending them through. It's great, and please keep following us, and it's great to have you on board, and hopefully you're getting a bit out of it. So thanks to you all, and yeah, I think it'll be a good night's sleep for me tonight, and I'll touch base with you a bit later in the week. Training will be somewhat limited this week, I think, giving the body a bit of time to recover. A few swims and a few light jogs, I think that'll be it. And the other thing I do want to say is a big thank you to Andy Reid and his team at Adventure Race Coromandel. They were absolutely brilliant. They've supported Kenzie's Gift in doing this, and to them I'm eternally grateful, and I would definitely say to anyone out there, give it a crack. I mean, it was good. And now next week we have got the beautiful Kerry Bloomfield and our partner, and the Scorch and Contact Try series in Wellington, and it's great that they've supported us as well. It's just wonderful to have the support of these events, and them supporting Kenzie's Gift, and yeah, I can't thank them enough. And Kerry is just a gem, and I've really enjoyed meeting her, and the support from her and her team down there too. So yeah, so I'll keep you all posted, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.